Something real is moving on the quarterback board, and if it happens, it changes our November math. I'm tracking a veteran contingency that fits our window, respects QB1's growth, and stabilizes the room for the grind that starts right now. Here's what I'm delivering in this report without spoiling the punchline early. Why this idea even exists. How the money works. What the fit looks like in our scheme. What the install would be, and what it means for the locker room. The standings and the next 6 weeks. If you ride with me and want every update the second it breaks, stick around, hit that subscribe after this segment, and let's walk through the logic like grown-ups who love this team. We're 4-3 at midseason with the 4-game run snapped by Baltimore, still well within reach in an NFC that respects execution more than noise. That means no panic, only smart insurance. Now context. Cincinnati's been hot and cold since losing Joe Burrow. But they've been competitive because a certain 40-year-old walked in and lit a fuse. 7 touchdowns, 0 picks, passer rating north of 100, and a deep ball that still travels like a November wind off the lake. He even played through an AC joint sprain in his throwing shoulder, the kind that tests whether your mechanics live in your legs and your timing or just in your arm. He answered with timing. And when he looks up, he's hunting a true WR1, Jamar Chase, feeding him a target diet that puts stress on post-safety rules and third-level leverage. Why do I open there? Because that tape, that production, and that demeanor tell you the profile I'm talking about, and the profile matters more than the headline. We've built a roster that's learning how to win on schedule, defense getting healthier in the back end, a nickel with playmaking instincts added to patch the middle, Tyreek likely back to steady the boundary, and an offense that's leaning on clean pockets, defined reads, and consistent rushing efficiency. The missing piece isn't identity, it's margin. Margin is what you buy when the room has seen every blitz in the book, every 2-minute drill, every December bus ride that feels like a Tuesday until somebody misses one assignment and the season tilts. That's why this conversation is on the table. Let me be clear, because this is Chicago and we don't do coy. This is not about replacing QB1 or building controversy. This is about protecting the investment, sharpening practice windows, and making sure 2 smart hands are always on the wheel if a helmet pops off or a drive late in the 4th needs a veteran clock. I'm talking cap, I'm talking timing, I'm talking playbook. On money first. You're looking at a veteran number that can be handled via a prorated base, likely near the minimum with reachable playtime incentives that don't wreck future flexibility. No draft pick cost if we're talking a free agent scenario, no comp pick penalty of consequence. Manageable guarantees. Language that cements the depth chart, QB1 is QB1, while still paying for the mentorship we'd actually use. On timing, you don't make a move like this to go viral. You make it because the practice calendar says you can get a 2-week install in cleanly, base protection rules, red zone menu, 3rd and 7 beaters, 2-minute, 4-minute, kill check tempo, and the under-center play-action family that pairs with our gap schemes. On football fit, this profile thrives with a strong interior pocket, a power run that forces single-high shells, and a big-body X or a seam runner who holds the safety. When the MOF opens, he punishes it. You've watched it. Bengals wrote a simplified structure, defined reads, and that connection to a true alpha receiver. The ball came out on time, shots were selective, and the chain kept moving. Our room can offer similar structure with different names. Clear first read, built-in outlets, and a coordinator who has learned to protect the quarterback from chaos. Leadership piece. The room respects a ring and a scar. This profile has both. Walks into meetings with quiet authority, sets a Tuesday standard for film, and on Sundays will take a profit instead of hero balling into a safety. That's how you win in weather. Health? The AC sprain matters, but the medical on this kind of injury is straightforward. If the swivel is back in the shoulder and the base is strong, you manage pain, not mechanics. You guard against over-rotation, you trim the shot menu early, and you expand as tolerance returns. Locker room dynamics with a rookie star at QB1? You set clear roles in day 1 language, mentor first, relief if the headset calls your number, 0 drama. That messaging protects the kid and empowers the vet. If you've been with this channel, you know I'm conservative about mid-season noise. But there's a reason I'm bringing this to you now. Our margin for error in the next month depends on third down and late game calm. And a vet who has played January football can buy calm the same way a top corner buys you an extra hitch. Let's talk installs because I know you care about the details. Week 1. Protections, cadence, hots, side adjusts, and the quick game that hunts sticks, spacing, stick nod, slant flat, hitch seams, day 1 RPO tags. Week 2. Red zone, high-low crossers, dagger pivot, fade stop when leverage gifts it, and the under-center keepers that freeze the backside. 2-minute package, 3 core calls with no huddle. 1 boundary throw you trust, 1 hash concept you love, and a flat 7 on the backside for get out of jail. Meanwhile, in practice, the mentor effect shows up on QB1's eyes and feet, better timing on boundary outs, earlier hips on digs, calmer shoulders against simulated pressure. Culture matters too. Our head coach wants adults who absorb the plan and execute it. This profile has already walked into new buildings and won rooms with nothing but tape and Tuesday work. Media noise? It's Chicago. There will be some. You kill it with consistency. QB1 always goes first, the vet talks on Wednesday, and the message is the same. Help the kid, win situational football, respect the plan. Now the question you've waited for. Who am I talking about? And is it real or just talk radio? The veteran who fits every box I've just laid out. The arm that still stretches a safety. The 7-touchdown, 0-interception run that reminded the league he's not done. The steady hands in 2-minute, the ring, the January snaps, and yes, the AC joint he fought through is Joe Flacco. This isn't a fairy tale. It's a targeted contingency. Does it require the calendar to cooperate and the other building to make a decision? Yes. If the window is closed for trades, it becomes a release or off-season conversation. If there's a narrow mechanism available, you move only if the medical is green and the price matches the role. But football-wise, the fit is clean. He gives us a true veteran parachute behind Caleb Williams without touching the long-term plan. He raises the practice floor immediately, and he can keep a drive alive in December when the breath is short and the margin is thin. Before I close, I want your take on this, because this channel thrives on informed fans who watch the details. Would you bring in Joe Flacco as veteran insurance to protect the run and sharpen the room, with ironclad language that keeps QB1 as QB1? Or would you ride with the current depth and bet on development only? Drop your opinion below. Convince me either way and back it up with football. If you're here for grounded updates like this, done with respect for the tape and the cap, subscribe and keep the alerts on. I'll keep bringing you clean reports from Hallas Hall to your screen. No hype, just football and the truth we can defend on Monday morning.